G'day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the performance of Kyawei. I believe it is pronounced, I'm probably butchering it, but we are going to take a look at the performance of Kyawei and we're going to see just how good she is. Now, she came out a while ago, she was on a previous Rising Dragon Carnival banner. And yeah, I believe her release was actually 10th of Jan of this year. I got her recently as part of a general banner. I actually got a dupe in her, but I'm going to be taking a look at her at 55%. And we're going to see just how good she is as a unit. Now, she's a Pepe Gal's category lead of 130%. She greatly raises attack for one turn, causes premium damage to enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense. She has key +2 and attack and defense of 140%, which is pretty good. Then she has an additional attack and defense of 40% when performing a super attack. Also pretty good because it's multiplicative. She has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy, medium chance of key +2, medium chance of launching an additional super attack, medium chance of evading the enemy's super attack. She has attacks effective against all types when performing a super attack if the target enemy is in attack down status or if their super attack is sealed. And she performs a critical hit when performing a super attack if the target enemy is stunned. So yeah, she's got a pretty interesting kit. She's kind of one of those units that on any given day, if you've got her with a couple dupes in, if you've got her on a fun team, she can look pretty nutty, kind of similar to Launch. Launch is one of those units that can look really good depending on the situation, on the day, on the turn, on the rotation. She can fire off like multiple 2 million attacks that debuff the enemy, that crit, that stun, that do a lot of work. And yeah, just generally she can look pretty impressive. Kyawei is kind of the same in that sense. Obviously Pepe Gals are traditionally pretty fun units to use, and Kyawei traditionally, well, kind of follows that notion. She's kind of got a bit of everything. She's got a medium chance of evasion, medium chance of an additional. She's got effective against all types conditionally. She's got guaranteed crits conditionally. So yeah, overall pretty good. Obviously she's only got guaranteed crits in terms of if a unit is stunned. So if you want to use her for kind of universal content, I would personally suggest that you at least look at using her and build her with crit, just because it is generally, if you look at her as a unit, better to kind of have her with crit. She's here with some support on rotation. Her best linking partner is indeed Ribrianna, and yeah, so she's looking pretty good. 96k defense is not bad. Her defense is going to shoot up a lot because of the multiplicative nature of her passive. So yeah, generally speaking, she does have some decent defense. It's not crazy, but it is decent. It will go up quite a bit upon super because of how multiplicative passives work. And attack wise, 1.4 million is okay. She does debuff the enemy, she does have the chance to stun. Her attacks will be effective against all types, so that is all pretty nice stuff. Cool thing about her is she does have decent link partners. She links well with Chi-Chi, she links well with Brienne, she links well with Rosie, she links well with Kakunsa, Strength Ribrianne, Anine. She's got 4 links with all of those units, and she is only on Pepe Gals and Universal Survival Saga, so the fact that she's got 8 or 9 4 link partners is pretty damn good overall. So yeah, in terms of her output, I think she looks pretty decent. She's a kind of unit who, similar to Launch, on paper won't necessarily look like she's doing a lot. She's definitely a second slot unit with how much her defense goes up after super attack. You can see here 91k, decent. With a dupe, she definitely looks a lot better. I think with 1 or 2 dupes in her, you're looking at that kind of like 140, 150 kind of range of defense, which is pretty decent. That 120, 130. She definitely will do a lot more in terms of offense. 1.46 million, it doesn't look very good on paper. But when you factor in that she's debuffing the enemy, she's got the chance at additionals, you can build her full crits. You definitely can see that there is a lot of upside to this unit as she goes along. I think another thing that's also important is the major links she does share are very good. So for example, Tournament of Power is a 7% attack and defense link. Shattering the Limit is a 5% attack and defense gain. She's also got Battlefield Diva, which gives her evasion as well, which couples nicely with her innate evasion. Flee and Coward are a little bit more difficult to get, same with Infighter, although the Innocence is shared quite nicely between her and a lot of the kind of Pepe Gals units, you know, like Chi-Chi, the Rosie, the Kakunsa, etc. They tend to have these links, so it's pretty good. Ribrianna also shares the Innocence with her, so overall a pretty strong link set. Like I say, nothing too crazy, but a pretty strong one that she can share with. Again, she's only on 2 categories, so she is getting some value out of that. If you take a look at like how everything is coming together, and so I think overall she's a fun unit. Again, I wouldn't classify her as insane. I think with dupes, with a bit of link leveling, she's definitely decent. I think if you're going to assess which links are important, Tournament of Power, Battlefield Diva are probably good places to start. Tournament of Power just because it's her only common attack and defense link. 7% attack and defense does help her out, especially the defense, and very similarly with Shattering the Limit, if you can get it, is probably advisable, because that 12% defense, it's not going to make her rock solid, but it does play into the multiplier of her passive, so it's going to instantly improve her quite a lot defensively afterwards. Attack wise, Battlefield Diva is a decent key link, but again, Sharing the Limit, Tournament of Power kind of give the most there, and then you're kind of picking and choosing between Infighters or the Innocents to try and round out that team. She does have Coward and she does have Flee. Coward is a very, very uncommon link. It's not something she's going to get super often. It's not something she's going to benefit from a lot. Units like Raditz have it, etc. So it's a decent link, but it's not anything crazy. And then similarly with Flee, it's really not a link you're going to see much of. The new Chi-Lai has it, so that's maybe a potential coupling. Her and Chi-Lai, I think, share 3 links, so that's possibly something for her to work with as a pairing or as a unit. And she does also share 3 links with Launch as well, with Buller, so she definitely shares a decent selection of links. It's just whether those links are going to be sufficient for what you want to do with them, basically. But yeah, generally speaking, it's pretty straightforward, her link set, at least from what I can see. I don't think I don't see there being too much else going on with her link set and with her abilities, at least from my side. But with that being said, I think overall she's pretty decent. She's a fun unit. I think she could be something that could be good to use. But yeah, for me, I think she's got an interesting build. I think she's more a unit that's going to look a lot better after potentially a very, very strong Extreme Z Awakening in future. But right now she's pretty fun, and if you do have her, she'll be pretty good for a lot of content. But that's going to be it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care and bye.